So, I come first thing in the morning to bring you new content. I've done nothing today except get up, get dressed, and have breakfast. But I really want to react to this film called Spike today. Now, you don't know this because this is a brand new channel and I really haven't shared a lot of my interests yet, but Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite interests. I say this without any undue pride. I have a pretty near encyclopedic knowledge of Beauty and the Beast video media. Written media, absolutely not. There's just too many adaptations to, be aware of. But video media, I'm aware of a lot of very, very obscure Beauty and the Beast content that a lot of people just don't know about, which I will be bringing you more of my content about soon. But this film, Spike, is one piece of content that I have never seen before. I've been aware of it, but at the time that I found out about it, I was pretty young, and this is a horror film. I'm not sure about the rating, or if it even is rated. Editing button, put up the rating. Anyway, I wasn't particularly interested in watching it back when I was younger, but I stumbled across it again in research for another video that I'm planning to post soon, and I decided it would be really fun to watch it. So I started watching it last night, and I got a little under halfway through, about 30 minutes in, and I realized this is too good not to have a reaction to, especially since this is one of the only Beauty and the Beast films that at this point I haven't seen before. So I've seen about the first half, but then the second half I have not seen any of. So as I'm going to watch it, I'm going to be giving you kind of my opinions on the first half because I've seen that, and then the second half will be pure reaction because I don't know any more than the rest of you do. Let's get going. Okay, quick prayer to the YouTube gods. I've never done anything like this before. OBS, don't fail me. Okay, here we go. So, this is absolutely copyrighted music. My channel isn't big enough to be monetized yet, but I've just kind of decided that if it ever is, I'm just going to accept that this isn't going to be a video I'm going to monetize because this opening is genuinely quite lovely, I think, and I want you to understand and see what it's like. This is such a beautiful cover of this song. I really want to find it. Okay, I really like this, where the soft music keeps going as they're having a car accident. It just adds to the eeriness. Except, the acting isn't great! And that is going to be a theme I suspect we're going to see throughout this film. I don't know about you, but if I was to get into anything remotely like this, I would be screaming bloody murder.
Bro.
Bro!
Sorry.
You okay?
He told me I thought he wanted me.
The other thing is this film is supposedly surrealist. Of what I have seen of the film, this is the only surreal scene I have seen so far.
He's no good for you.
You were good for me, and I didn't appreciate it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, so I actually do have some understanding, or at least some understanding about why that's weird now. So, I guess I'm going to explain the relationships of these characters. So, the girl who tried to wake him up is his sister. So he was kissing his sister in that, dream sequence just there. The girl in the front seat with his sister is her girlfriend, the sister's girlfriend. And then the girl next to Bro is our beauty character. So, these characters are never given any names because it's an artsy film like that. So, I have given them arbitrary names. We have Crier, which is the sister. You will understand why a little bit later. We have Gingham, because she's wearing a gingham shirt. We have Bro, and we have Rose. So those are the characters' names. Let's keep going.
Sorry.
You guys are remarkably calm for just having had a car accident. So he finds Spikes. And meanwhile, they're... Why are you smooching? You've just been in a car accident. This is not the time for sensuous exchanges of fluids. You could do this later. What is it?
Nothing.
And he hides
It's just a
it.
flat. I'm on top of it.
My hero.
And then, everybody's smooching now. Oh, okay. We have our first glimpse at the beast. Big scary. Oh, okay, he's popping all the tires. I don't know, something's wrong with Bro.
Don't go out there.
But why wouldn't you? He's clearly injured. The visuals of the flare is cool. I will give the filmmaker that. Okay. We do get some horror movie points. We are actually calling the authorities, even if it doesn't work. Okay, I'm probably going to have to censor this, but there's a spike in his neck.
Don't pull it out. It can cause massive pharyngeal hemorrhage.
Smart girl. She's right.
You can drown in your own blood.
We're being actually pretty smart.
Emergency room. Apply direct pressure.
Except for now. I'm sorry. Somebody else should be doing that. He's struggling to breathe. He can't also put pressure on his own wound. Get one of the other girls to do that, please. Here comes Rose. Why aren't you helping him? You're just slowly approaching to gawk at him. This is your boyfriend.
Hey, stay still.
Help him! Comfort him! Do something! Nope, we're just gonna back away. Taking a stretcher. He's gone.
Come here!
But there's a note! We must investigate!
Look. It's a poem. Nor death nor further harm is there to dread if she should choose to join me in his stead. Come on, we gotta go find him.
You're crazy.
What? He's your brother. You don't want to help him?
Of course I want to help him, but I have to be alive to help him. I mean, he's a
Fairly
professional
reasonable.
killing machine, and he... No, we go and we come back with cops and guns. That is the best way to help him.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
agree.
This isn't for the three of us to deal with. I won't let you go out there.
Just let me finger my rose belt here.
So not just faint.
Alright, we need to get help.
Can't have a horror movie without a car not starting.
We should have gone after him together, all three of us.
I mean, yeah,
She
if you're
goes
going
off by
to.
herself. It's crazy. I won't let you go out there, whatever I have to do! If you want to help, then we need help.
I mean, she's not wrong.
You're not going out there without me.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah, whatever's out there is more dangerous than a ski. But,
Okay, just give your girlfriend a concussion. You could have killed her. Was that really necessary? I mean, I understand why, you know, misguided idea of saving her from herself, but my word. Also, this is why she's called Crier. She spends the rest of the film that I have seen sobbing, for the most part. Oh my goodness. Why are there so many ads? I guess that's what I get for not having to pay for it. After like 5 ads, we're back. I'm watching this on Tubi because I can actually record with OBS on Tubi. It's also on Amazon Prime, but I can't record it on Amazon Prime. So this is Rose, trekking through the woods. We have a bit of a whoopsie-doodle fall down, and we lose our flashlight. And now she's gonna make a huge deal about getting her flashlight out of a pile of sticks. Just reach in, it's just a pile of sticks. I think it's supposed to be implied that they're bramble bushes, but I don't see any spikes on them. Just get it, just reach in and get it. It's just some sticks, my lass. You're fine. Ooh, okay. The shot through the spiderweb is legitimately cool. I like that. Okay, you've done it lots now. Blowing your load. I want to go brush my teeth. Another whoopsie-doodle fall down. Into a den of rattlesnakes, apparently. Calm down. Just move slowly. And stop flailing. And she gets bit. Okay. Oh, Gingham's waking up. I was really tired when I was watching it last night, so I wasn't paying a huge amount of attention. She just attacks her.
if I were running toward a cliff blindfolded, and the only way you could stop me was to sucker punch me.
It's not the same thing.
Go back to the car. You won't be.
She's not even mad about it.
You are so freaking cocky. I mean, how do you even
Go
know?
back to the car. I don't want you to get hurt.
It's Bro! He's alive! Where did his spike go? It's out, and he's still alive. And Rose is over there wailing because of the snake bite. People who have been bitten by a snake in the comments, tell me if this is a proportionate reaction. There comes the monster! And the boobs are out! I'm absolutely gonna have to censor that. And the pants are off. And there's a snake bite. This poor girl, terrified and afraid, in the woods, in nothing but a pair of panties and some jewelry, having been bitten by a snake. It's not a good day. And I mean, they were going skiing, and the rest of them are in heavy coats, so I'm guessing it's probably pretty cold. There's something not quite right about this movie's pacing. I don't know enough about filmmaking to put my hand on what it is. But, like, interesting things are happening, and I'm still bored. Okay. Got some candles. I really wish the movie would just hurry up and show it. I think they're being slow because they're trying to build up suspense, but this is not really a suspenseful movie. So just get to the point. Yeah, I'm just suffering the residual effects of a concussion, thanks. Okay, so we're making a paste of some kind. And this next bit is gross, I'm sorry. It's clearly meant to be intentionally gross. This is a thing though, where you chew up stuff and make a paste out of it. I don't know why the spike is necessary, but okay. You knew better than to do that.
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's his voice. I've seen this before, this is not a surprise to me, but his voice is an irritation to me. You have this semi-cool design for a beast, and you couldn't have done anything with his voice. You couldn't have put some kind of modulator, you couldn't have, like, made it deeper and growlier. You just have a plain, regular old dude's voice, which, I mean, the voice is totally fine in, like, a regular person context, but it needs to be intimidating, and it's just not. It bothers me. It ruins the immersion or something, I don't know. The voice and the design are such a disconnect for me, and, yeah, I don't like it. Anyway, let's keep going. The filmmaker's very heavy-handed way of saying, "Behold, look at all of my references and my inspiration." Oh, goodness. Cupid and Psyche, Romeo and Juliet, Paradise Lost, Hades and Persephone, the Elephant Man. Whatever made me, crafted me to suffer, instruction proves will assure altar of the monster. Okay. Could have been filmed more easily. We have paintings. Obsessive paintings have entered the plot. Ah, yes. The angsty symbolism! Eeyore, protect me from the angst! Okay, this scene is so dumb. We're actually getting really close. We're only a few minutes before I haven't seen anything. Like, we're about caught up to where I ended.
You
Our last.
misunderstand.
We're about caught up to where I stopped last night.
The sting you suffered had but little venom. Still, you need to rest.
I don't want to think about where or how he got that dress.
My hero.
Okay.
I'm overwhelmed to find that after all this time, you still allow that rose to blossom around your waist.
That's a really weird way to say that. And like, okay, you still have the rose blossoming around your waist. Could you have not used a piece of jewelry, like a necklace or something? No. The filmmaker went to the thrift store, found a rose bedazzled belt, and went, I am gonna make a Beauty and the Beast movie surrounding this belt. And it's dumb.
It reminds me of you. Times when we were happy.
The boyfriend's just like, what?
Where are you going?
I forgot how hideous I am. Till I again found you.
He's so casual.
Bird song, drop of you, and I an animal.
You're not an animal.
The lines delivery is so lackluster, like, I forgot how hideous I am until I again found you. He's so bored. Why are you so bored?
I wish I were.
I wish I were. Whatever.
You've been living out here in the forest for 7 years.
Was it only 7 years? I'd reign forever in this underworld, without the slightest need for human interaction, were it not for your existence. Oh, Persephone.
Oh my goodness!
That's sweet.
No, it
Now
isn't.
you
It's
come to
really
me.
stupid.
I'll give you anything your heart desires if you only stay.
Happily ever after?
Why are you talking like this?
This is no fairy tale.
The characters in fairy tales don't ever know that they're in fairy tales.
What my heart desires right now is to know where my boyfriend is.
Your boyfriend, if he loved with all the powers of his puny being,
I love that the boyfriend is listening,
he
but
could
he
never
can't
love
hear.
as much in 80 years as I could in a day.
No, you've got him wrong. He's a good.
The next guy is coming out very strong. Your boyfriend could never love in 80 years as much as I could love you in a day. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep going. We're like 5 minutes out from where I stopped last time.
Good guy. This weekend he asked me to marry him. I said no.
The drama. I
could
couldn't
never
forget
love in
you.
80 years like he could in a day.
His connection with you is as transitory as a serpent's bite. A rose, though fragile, rooted deeply, never dies.
Where is he?
Oh my word.
I'll take you to him after you have rested.
He's hurt. He needs a doctor.
I'll see he gets the help he needs. Now that you've come to me, I'm sorry to have harmed him.
Why was he just flitting around in the
Killed
woods?
him.
Yeah, you could have. Probably
I'm
have,
sorry.
honestly. You're not sorry.
Seeing him with you, it made me.
I could not
There's always
control
some
my...
madness in love.
No! That's not an excuse for killing someone!
So if I make you mad, you're.
Valid question! Valid question.
I could never cause you harm.
I mean, that was unintentional. But I still doubt he would not cause her harm. I'm getting chills, and I can't tell if it's from the COVID vaccine I had yesterday, just because this movie is so stupid. Okay. Childhood pictures. That's just a print. That's not painted, that's just a print. Okay, so they grow up together. Somehow. Okay.
What is that?
The isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices.
Okay. Is this dude quoting classic literature? Because if he is, oh my word, the pretension. Somebody who reads something other than romance novels like me, please let me know if he's quoting classic literature, because, oh my goodness, I can't.
That if I then had waked from long sleep, will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds we thought would open, and show riches ready to drop upon me.
Shut up.
When I waked, I cried to dream again.
You're dragging your childhood friend through the woods quoting classic literature at her. What is wrong with you? And you don't untie her? Okay, we do get a shot of his face.
I've never used this table. Waiting for this night.
My mind is not on eating right now.
I never force you into anything. My only longing is to be allowed a chance. To give you happiness.
Nice guy alert.
But making me stay here?
Do you think you're captured in a web of mine? Or have you captured me?
Oh my word.
That is the cheesiest line ever.
Thank you!
Megan.
What's for dinner?
Okay, we have reached the point where I haven't seen this, so everything from this point is blind. You're protect me from the emo cringe! Except you kind of are that, aren't you, baby boy? Where did he get that dress? Also, where are Gingham and Cryer?
I wanted a better look at the paintings. They're beautiful.
Are they? I would be really creeped out.
And nothing next to you, my muse.
Oh my goodness. I cannot handle this.
The food may not look pretty, but its flavor more than makes sense.
Why are you talking so ew?
Try it.
Thank you for this.
How's our Cupid?
What?
He's starting to slow down.
What?
The fur around his snout is gray. Looks like mutton chop.
Oh, it's a dog.
First, let me see my boyfriend. I need to know he's not dead.
You said
Valid.
you didn't love him anyway.
I said I didn't want to marry him. Please. I keep falling for you.
Oh my goodness, no!
After you have rested, I'll take you to him. And we'll
Insist!
take him to a hospital.
No, he needs medical attention now!
Okay.
You have seen, you both. Oh.
Pretty hands.
Careful.
This is the dumbest thing I have seen in quite a long time.
And see how pretty forest life can be. I've prepared a place for you.
A bed of roses. I think it's a wall. Look at all the fake roses. That is quite pretty though.
I wanted every facet to be perfect.
Why don't you come back with me? You make amazing things. Instead of trying to get me to stay here, why don't you come back with me?
They put me in a cage.
Not if they knew you the way I did.
Debatable.
Will you show me more? What's up there? Does that lead up there?
I really don't like the tone of voice she's using. It's irritating.
It's my father's.
Okay.
But taking it was nothing. Stealing you from me is far the greater crime.
Oh my goodness. The sad boy cringe.
He was afraid he might accidentally hurt me. You said yourself you were afraid of that too.
Just sprinkle her with rose. What a weirdo. You're so weird! Why are you doing this? I mean, it's not exactly creepy or inappropriate, but why are you doing this? Was she pretending or was she actually asleep? Oh, we finally get to see Gingham and Cryer. Oh no, we don't. Where are Gingham and Cryer? What's happened to them? I forget what she's doing. She saw the motorcycle and she saw the bugs. Oh, she's just woken up and now she's moving around. Oh, has she found the boyfriend? Oh no, that's Spike.
I'm sorry for the pain I've caused you. You had pain enough without me
Well, at
bringing
least you're
more.
empathetic.
I understand what you've been going
Why are
through.
you rubbing his chest?
You love her like I do.
This is really creepy.
Though rivals, you're as powerless as I to stop yourself. I won't pretend I'll let her go without first trying everything I can to earn her love. But so you know, she's safely sleeping. And we'll
Can you smell her? Oh, it's Gingham and Cryer, finally!
Please, let's go. Want both of us, please.
We will. All of us. Look. Whatever's out there is not a monster. He's not a monster. He's
Very
a person.
progressive way of thinking.
Who
I wasn't
knows, maybe
expecting
he
that.
can- I know what to do. Go back to the car.
Are you crazy?
Gingham is constantly just like, yes, I have an idea, smooch, and she leaves. Like, this is, she's done this more than once, where she's just like, bye, and tries to go off somewhere.
Clothes were shredded. They were covered with blood. Hey, if that's a person, what? I mean, what is that thing?
Spike. It's a beast!
I used to have nightmares about monsters. And you scared the monsters away. Now you're scaring me.
Fair.
at this moment, couples under orange groves or by the banks of rivers lie together, holding hands,
Ugh.
counting stars. But me, I'm frightening the only one I'll ever love.
Woe is me! Sorry, I kicked the tripod.
You used to sing to me.
Oh, please don't sing.
Remember?
Please don't sing.
Zip when it moved and pop when it stopped. Whir when it stood still.
Uh,
I never knew just
please stop.
Your father sang that song to me. So I sang it to you.
Did her
I'm
father make him?
Persephone. Persephone stayed with Hades only part of every year. I need to return to my world.
Oh, why are you talking like this?
Promise I will return to you.
Yeah, I don't care.
You're conning me.
Probably.
We need to get him to a hospital.
It would be dangerous to try to move him in his injured state.
I mean, that is also
He
true,
said he would
but
get him to a hospital. How are you gonna do that?
he's just gonna die of
Like a
exposure.
cart
What?
to carry him. A trailer. And attach it to the Harley.
I don't think that Harley's moving. It's old.
First, I'll make a shelter that will keep him warm.
Do what you have to do.
Oh, for goodness sake, you gave up that fight easily. This is boring. Okay, we get another scene of him flitting through the woods, crafting stuff. She seems extremely recovered from that snake bite now. She's gonna knock him out? What is she doing? Oh, she's just practicing. Okay.
Where are you? I can't find you.
Stay where you are.
The siren call.
I'll find you. Don't move. And I'll come for you. And I'll let you go.
What's
Part
changed?
of every year, just like Persephone and Hades. Please just promise that you'll return.
Ugh,
Careful.
it was so cringy.
All I want for you to know is that I...
Oh! I was not anticipating that. Does he die? Is he gonna turn murderous now? Are we gonna get, like, is this the villain origin story? She really was like, okay, the only way I can get around this and get my boyfriend help is to kill my childhood friend. Like, he was actively trying to help him. What's wrong with you? I mean, yeah, he's a creep. Maybe she knows stuff about him that we don't know, that he wouldn't have let her go, but we as the audience haven't had evidence of that yet. And now you don't have him, and he knows what he's doing. He could have helped you. It's not gonna start. It's been sitting there for years. And she didn't think to check to see if he was alive or not. Because of course he's gonna be still alive. Yep. Yeah, see? Now you've ruined your only way of helping him. I'm ready for the betrayal arc. Are we gonna get vengeance? Is he gonna kill the boyfriend as revenge?
Tell me what she sees in you. It's not in me.
He can't talk.
Oh, yes. You're not disgustingly deformed.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him. Yeah. You should have known better. He was gonna help him. I mean, obviously this is bad, but this is partially your fault.
When he's hideous as I, will you still love him more than me? He's as hideous.
Oh, so he's just disfiguring him? I mean, that's bad too, but at least he's alive. Ugh. Blessedly, fairly unseen. You got the blood of her boyfriend on your hands. What do you think she's gonna do?
I'll stay with you. Just don't hurt him anymore.
Yeah, the beginning of a great relationship.
I'll stay with you.
Oh, girl. That concussion is back with a vengeance.
Maybe.
Oh, yep. There we go.
Big, but the
Brain
other ones-
damage.
Hemorrhage.
You don't know that.
From when?
I didn't hit you that hard.
Yeah, you did. You just killed your girlfriend.
You fine?
No, she's not fine.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. She killed you.
Shouldn't have dragged you into this.
Let me get out of here, okay?
I'm so sorry.
No, she's gonna die.
Stay with me. You can't.
And Crier is gonna live with the trauma for the rest of her life.
You're fine. Stay awake. Come on, stay awake. Come on, wake up. Come on. Come on.
No.
No, come on. No.
Blood force trauma to the head has consequences! It's not like in the movies! This movie is weirdly grounded in reality, but also not.
I loved you first. Where was he? When I would sing to you. When I would make the nightmares go away.
Oh, for goodness sake, you were kids!
You told me you loved me.
We were little kids.
Exactly.
I loved you like a stuffed animal.
You gave your love to me, and now
How insulting!
you've tried to kill me.
The only reason
Trying to kill
you
you!
love me,
Oh, yeah, she did. Never mind.
I'm the only girl that's ever talked to you.
Valid!
Somebody else would be the only girl you'll ever love.
Our love has led you back to me.
Oh, for goodness sake.
The world you left behind could never make you truly happy.
You don't know that!
Look inside. You think I choose to horrify? I didn't ask to be a monster.
I hate it when the beasts get preachy.
I didn't ask to be here. I begged you to stop while you tortured him.
Yes!
He didn't do anything. How could you?
You...
I picked up the weapon with which I was wounded.
Oh, for goodness sake.
That's what makes you a monster. Please let us go.
This guy's
Nothing
just...
you've done is undoable yet.
Let go of your nice guyness!
No matter what I do, you'll never love me.
No, you've been pretty awful.
Lovers all through history have come in many categories. Some seductive, others forceful, some poetic. I've loved you every way I know.
It's toxic!
Would have killed myself so long ago, but for the hope of seeing you again.
No! You don't get to tell a person that. Your love keeps me from killing myself. That is so manipulative. Okay.
As you said, there's nothing that I've done. However horrible, it can't be yet undone.
That is true.
It's not too late for us to have a happy
You
ending.
can't undo the trauma!
You're letting me go to him by myself.
I trust you. Without you, I would not exist.
What? Are you speaking in the suicidal sense or in the actual physical sense? Don't stare at him. Help him! You idiot girl! Oh. Is he dead? He looks dead. I think he's dead. Yeah. Oh, they're both dead. Poor Gingham. She did not deserve this. Lost your boyfriend and your brother and your girlfriend in one day. With the added guilt of the girlfriend being your fault. Are we going back to the car? Uh-oh. Boy's mad. She's leaving me! 100% guarantee he's gonna keep her now by force. And they're gonna have to kill him. Somehow. We're, I think, at the climax now, so... Oh, did they stab him? But that was just like a ski pole. Those aren't gonna hurt very. I mean, unless you push really hard. Where are you running to? You left your friend behind. Oh no! You should have. Why did you run off and leave her? Okay, we're all having emotional breakdowns. Move?
It's a dead end. Follow that way for a quarter mile.
Why are you telling her
There's
this?
a cold box.
But you know she went the other way.
I'll tell her to follow you.
Yeah, I believe you. Boyo's planning something. Whoops. Don't sneak up on a girl when you know there's a cliff. She gonna die? I hope she dies. I want him to live in his torment. He is a bad person. Oh, is he gonna kill her? Are we just accepting that you're gonna die now? Have you just accepted it, my lass? What's happening? Hurry up and get to the point. Ooh. Well, okay. Oops. Please roar in agony. I'm waiting for it. Don't know why this is funny. He can only hold her close in death. Did he just mutter, "Just rest, you're so beautiful"?
And I was just a wee little lad, full of health and joy.
Okay. Well, that's that. Well, I have some thoughts. I'm just not sure how to articulate them. Okay, I'm positive the filmmaker was like, yes, poignant, sad, oh no, you know, his very nature is destructive and keeps him from loving, and he can only hold his beloved in death because that's the only time he can't harm her, and points for effort, points for attempt. It's just very... It was an interesting take. I will give it that. Yeah, interesting. The pacing of the film, as I mentioned earlier, leaves something to be desired. It was a film filled with potentially interesting scenes, but I found myself perpetually bored for a lot of the film. The other thing is, there just was no tension, and unfortunately, I think that's because we know the monster's intent too early, perhaps. We know that he isn't going to hurt her, at least not intentionally, because he loves her and he wants her to be with him. I think if that reveal was held on to for a little while longer, the tension would have been higher. The other thing is, his characterization just isn't great. The other way they could have held on to tension after the reveal is if we were shown that he had no qualms injuring somebody to try to get what he wanted. And he did injure the boyfriend, but it was out of spite, not out of an attempt to get Rose to stay with him. Now, if he was a real super manipulative bastard and was like, I'm gonna kill your friends if you don't stay with me, and like, he tormented them, you know, way more problematic. This is pretty problematic. Way more problematic than even that, though, but it would have raised the stakes. This is, at its core, a horror film. And there just isn't a whole lot of horror. There's some gross scenes, there's some bloody scenes, but I'm a scaredy cat, and there was never once where I was just like, Eeyore, protect me, I am afeared! It was more just, Eeyore, protect me from the ungodly amount of sad boy cringe. And ultimately, I think that's what this is. It's just, the Beast is a nice guy. Like, that's just what it is. He's a nice guy, emo, sad boy who sings lullabies and paints his lost love, and it's just so unbearable. It was, as I said during the commentary, weirdly grounded in reality, and yet not. And I think that was one of the issues with the characterization of the Beast. Everybody else was quite grounded in reality, in the way they spoke, in the way they had practical real-world knowledge, and the way they were like, we're getting the authorities, except they didn't. And then you have this poetry-spewing beast creature who is like, the world's a fairy tale and whatnot, and come be with me and stay in my underworld paradise in the forest. And he would know better. It's very evident that he was raised in regular society. So, yeah, I mean, very evident that he just is off in the woods descending into madness. But the actor doesn't even portray someone descending into madness well. He's just a creepy nice guy. I suspect that the filmmakers were trying to make him, what is the word you use when you want the audience to empathize with him? Relatable? I don't know, whatever. They failed utterly. At no point was like, oh, I feel sorry for you. Except for, like, the hint at the very end. But it was also amusing. The only reason I started to feel anything was because the last final scene went on for so long. In my opinion, that's not the way you get your audience to feel something, is just to hammer it in there until they finally feel something. You want them to feel something because it's actually really poignant. And I think in a better film, it would have been poignant. You know, the idea of this very nature that you loathe and despise has killed the only person that you care for. But yeah, I don't feel anything for him. It just was stupid. Also, those spikes don't look intimidating. Props to whoever did that makeup, but those spikes don't look like they could just stab through her. I don't buy that for a second. That was another reason why I just had a difficult time with the ending. There was a ton of stuff that could have been cut out. The death of Gingham was pointless. It was purely there to just be a tearjerker, to mess with your feels. Honestly, you could have cut out, I think, both Cryer and Gingham, and you would have had the same story. Like, it could have just been her and her boyfriend. In some ways, I think that might have been a more interesting thing. Maybe they were going on, like, a getaway. Like, it was really to cement their relationship and prove to us that they were really in love with each other. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that she cared for her boyfriend really at all. Cryer and Gingham's relationship was believable. I believed they liked each other, were in love with each other. But there was just such a disconnect with Rose and her boyfriend. And that's partially because, did the boyfriend have any lines? Did the boyfriend have any lines? And okay, that throwaway one surreal scene at the beginning where Bro kisses Cryer, what was the point of that? What was the point? Is it supposed to be implied that they have been in an incestuous relationship in the past? Okay, whatever. But you did nothing with it. So, what was the point? There legitimately are interesting elements in this film that I feel like were just wasted. For example, there is a Frankenstein aspect to this. It's kind of implied that maybe her father made him. And he has this one line at one point where he says, "You're the reason I'm here." What does that mean? Is he meaning you're the reason I exist? You're the reason I was brought into existence? Does it mean you're the reason I have been exiled? Because that is true. Or is it, you're the reason I'm here with you trying to, win your love? I don't get that. but I would have liked that to be explored. This isn't the only time I have seen this "the Beast was created" narrative. The TV show, made in the 1980s, has that as an aspect. Vincent, the Beast in that show, was made. It is implied and believed by the characters that he was like genetically altered, that he was some kind of science experiment that went wrong. So you can do interesting things with that dynamic, but it seems like it was just implied and then it was just kind of wasted. And that's what I feel like has happened with a lot of aspects in this film. There's interesting concepts, but they're just introduced and then let sit. This film is trying to be cleverer than it is. Again, I don't know, because I will admit to not being very well read, I don't know if he was constantly quoting classic literature at her. I suspect he probably was. There's all this talk of my Hades and Persephone and just, it's just so pretentious and nonsensical. The only time the Hades and Persephone story works is when Persephone is actually consenting. Otherwise, it's just really creepy. Anyway, I do want to acknowledge this film for, drawing parallels from Hades and Persephone, Cupid and Psyche. Those were all of the original origins of the Beauty and the Beast story that was written in the 18th century. So, good on you for that. It fails as a horror film because it's not scary and has almost no tension, and it fails as a romance because all of the cringy, over-the-top nonsense he says and does comes off as cringy, over-the-top nonsense. And before you say, well, no, that's the point, I'm not entirely certain, because there's at least one time where he says something that's really dumb, and she goes, oh, well, no, that's actually sweet. And it's not sweet, it's really pretentious. Certainly, I think after a certain point in the film, we are supposed to perceive him as a threat and no longer an object of romance, because he's starting to do really questionable and unethical things. But we have quite a few moments when he takes her back to his home where it's supposed to be like bonding, I'm pretty sure. Obviously there's an undercurrent of not all is not what it seems, but we are supposed to feel for him, I think. And there was never a time in this film where I felt for him. He comes off as really creepy. Maybe the filmmaker is way smarter than I think they are, and this was the point all along. I just can't be sure. It's a combination of poor writing and bad acting, kind of makes the intent unclear. Interesting attempt. I'm not going to, throw a film under the bus for being very clearly low budget and without many resources. You can still make amazing films for very little money. But the writing wasn't great. The acting was mediocre to subpar, especially the Beast. I will say the one thing I was impressed with was the makeup done for the Beast. That must have been so unpleasant to exist in for long periods of time. I don't know if I would recommend this movie. It's definitely low on my list for good Beauty and the Beast adaptations. I'd give it maybe like a 3 or 4 out of 10. If you want to watch it, it's on Amazon Prime, and you can watch it free on Tubi with quite a lot of ads. If you do want to watch it, I would recommend Tubi and just endure the ads. I wouldn't waste your money on this. It was an interesting attempt, but so pretentious and so cringy and really not scary. So, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed reacting, or I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this film. It was quite fun, even if the movie wasn't that great, and I will see you next time. Bye!